Ladies and gentlemen, I once again welcome you to another intriguing edition of Sports Pillars Daily Updates. And as you all know, the transfer speculations about some Super Eagles of Nigeria players are still growing. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 Super Eagles players with their respective latest transfer stories. A German born of a Nigerian goalkeeper has decided to pledge his full international future to Germany. He has given the reasons why he has been motivated to play for Germany national team. And I'm going to talk extensively from his camp. But before I proceed with the details of these updates, if you are new on this platform, please subscribe to the channel, hit on the post notification bell for more updates. Don't forget to like the video and share to other social media platforms. Leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts after my presentation. As usual, my name still remains Solomon Sanse. Your only nomenclature with the engineer's philosophy in sports. A Ghanaian who has declared his full support for Nigeria sports. And I've been given a Nigerian name on this platform as the only one, Solomon Chuku Emeka. Let's delve into the details of the stories without wasting much time. And let me start from the latest transfer updates with respect to some Super Eagles of Nigeria players, and it should be in the chronological order from the goalkeeping department to the forwards. And from the goalkeeping department, it's about Adewale Adebayo, who plays his club football for Enosis Neon Parami in Cyprus. As you all know, he has capped once for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and is a former Nigeria national under-17, the Golden Eaglets goalkeeper. Per the latest reports coming in, he has departed his Cyprus club side, Enosis Neon Parami, after the expiration of his one-year deal with the club. And with the latest that I know, he joined this club from Hapoel Jerusalem in Israel on a one-year deal, and he was a free agent as at then. As it stands now, he's also a free agent. I don't know whether he will be returning to Israel or he'll be looking for other clubs in Europe, but that is the latest coming in from the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria's goalkeeper Adewale Adebayo. So far so good with Enosis Neon Parami. He played 32 games, 10 clean sheets, 45 goals conceded, won 6 Man of the Match awards, and even won Player of the Month award once. And it was quite phenomenal for Adewale Adebayo as a goalkeeper for Enosis Parami Neon. And let me move from his camp to the latest from the camp of Calvin Bassey. And as I've already reported to you on this platform, Calvin Bassey is Fulham's Player of the Year 2024-2025 season. And according to the latest reports coming from Fulham's camp, he has not been linked with any other club in Europe as it stands now, but they've made a final decision. Even though with good offers, it will be a hard nut to crack for them, but they have to make that decision as it stands now. They reckon starts going forward or subsequently, other clubs will come in with better offers if he continues to pull out the strength of consistent performances that he did for last season for him to be able to win the Player of the Season award for Fulham. That will be a good offer for the club and also a good offer for the player. So their final decision on Calvin Bassey will be that Calvin Bassey will stay with Fulham for next season and they will see what will happen beyond. That is the latest coming in from the camp of Calvin Bassey after having 35 out of 38 matches played for his club side, Fulham, and winning the Player of the Season award. Let me move from the camp of Calvin Bassey to the camp of Fisayo Dele-Bashiru. He plays his club football currently for Lazio. He joined Lazio last season from Hatayspor, Turkish Giants, on a loan deal plus an option to purchase him permanently. But with the latest reports, his club side, Lazio, has met all the requirements from Hatayspor to get him on a permanent deal and is now going to work under the new coach, Maurizio Sarri. And when it comes to his performances last season under Marco Baroni, he played 20 games, scored tries, and provided 1 assist. And according to the new coach, Maurizio Sarri, he sees him to be a different player as they are comparing to different positions that he can play. Last season, he played different positions on the field. He played as a central midfielder, as an attacking midfielder, as a winger and also as a center forward. But from the new coach point of view, people are calling for a specific position for him. But according to him, he doesn't see him to be that player. And he also doubts his dribbling tactics or techniques. That is what he has to say. Let's have a glance on our screens at the exact words that the new head coach of Lazio has to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria player Dele-Bashiru having a permanent deal next season for his club side, Lazio. These are the exact words. I don't know what Dele-Bashiru is like in dribbling. Let's see. I saw a player playing as an attacking midfielder who everyone tells me isn't an attacking midfielder. Let's try to bring him back to midfield and see what evolution he can have. I have heard good things about him in the non-Lazio jobs, and I am not talking about the Lazio environment, but about sports directors from other clubs. He probably has some qualities, obviously. So the new head coach of Lazio, Mauricio Sarri, these are the exact words that he has to say about the Super Eagles of Nigeria's player Dele-Bashiru Fisayo, and that is the latest coming in from his camp. One, he has sealed a permanent deal, and as to whether there will be changes in his position as an attacking midfielder, as to where he will be playing next season, that one will be based on what the coach is going to do and the tactics that is going to use to deploy new position for Dele-Bashiru Fisayo. Now let's proceed with the transfer updates from the attacking side. I will talk from the camp of Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman has emerged as one of the most in-demand forwards in Europe this season, based on his stellar performances for his club side, Atalanta Calcio. Last season, he scored 20 goals with 6 assists, adding up to his growing reputation of heroic hat-trick against Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League last 2 seasons. And according to the latest reports coming from his camp, Atletico Madrid has initiated talks with his camp, and I don't know what will transpire as to whether the positivity will be that Ademola Lookman, the African Player of the Year, will be joining Atletico Madrid or not. But that is the latest coming in. Indeed, he is a good player to talk about. Looking at his professional football career, from Fulham to Everton and other clubs to Atlanta Calcio, so far he has played 318 games. He has scored 87 goals and provided 43 assists. What a player indeed, like Ademola Lookman, with 130 goals contribution. He's a super fantastic player to play for any glamorous club in Europe. And that is it. We don't know whether Atletico Madrid will come in for his signature. He has been linked with other clubs, as I've already stated. He's one of the most in-demand forwards in Europe. Barcelona have contacted him. We don't know that of Napoli. Is one of also the competitors for Ademola Lookman. Other clubs in Europe, the glamorous clubs indeed. Let's see what transpires regards that of Ademola Lookman's latest transfer stories. Let me end the latest transfer updates from the camp of Moses Simon. My last updates about him on this platform was that FC Paris, freshly promoted club in the French Ligue 1, have contacted his entourage, same as his club side, FC Nantes. But according to the latest reports, their first or initial bid was rejected. They've gone in again that the first one or the initial one was 5 million euros. They went in with another bid of 7 million euros. As it stands now, they've not been mutual agreements, and Moses Simon is currently enjoying his holidays. He's not in a rush to choose which club he thinks befits him the subsequent seasons. But the latest reports coming in, aside FC Paris, who have shown strong interest in signing Moses Simon, other 2 French Ligue 1 clubs have also shown interest, same as clubs from Europe and United States of America are pursuing for his signature. What a player indeed. 32 games, 8 goals, 10 assists, contributed about 46% of the goals that his team now scored last season in the French Ligue 1. Aside that, when you select about 10 players from Europe top 7 leagues, he was one of the successful dribblers. I think he will be 1 up to 5. What's a player of his caliber? Let's see what happens Only time will tell about the latest destination for Moses Simon. And that is it from some Super Eagles of Nigeria players. I also come in with the latest with that of Victor Osimhen, Sale Deses, and other players that you have to know on this platform. But let me end my presentation on nationality switch. This is a goalkeeper that I once spoke about him on this platform based on his stellar performances for his club side in the German Bundesliga, SC Freiburg. His name is Noah Atubolu. The latest from his camp is that he has spoken about his international future. But let me give you a vivid description of who Noah Atubolu is. Noah Atubolu is a player who was born to a Nigerian father and a German mother in Germany, and currently looking at his performances so far, he had a breakthrough performances for his club side FC Freiburg last season, and that one became a topic about his international future when Nigerian Football Federation and coach Eric Sekuchel were very keen in getting him for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But he has had a lengthy interview, and in his lengthy interview, he said he's been motivated to play for Germany national team because as it stands now, his motivation is coming from the point that he will be the first black goalkeeper to be in the post of Germany national team. And even looking at the crop of goalkeepers or the caliber of goalkeepers that they have at Germany national team, aside Manuel Neuer, who stood tall during his times, we don't have any other goalkeeper who can compete to be the number one in German national team. It depends on your plethora of talent, same as your consistent performances for your club side. He is a goalkeeper who had 4 penalty saves straightforward consistently, 4 penalties saved. He kept 26 matches with 10 clean sheets. That was a record that he set for him last season at SC Freiburg. And looking at the caliber of goalkeepers that he was talking about, as it stands now, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, he's around 33 years. I stand to be corrected. Looking at Steven Ortega, he's also around 35 years. The likes of Alexander Nebru and other goalkeepers, Oliver Broman, they are all goalkeepers above 30 years, aside Alexander Nebru, who will be around 28, 27 years. He's a goalkeeper of 23 years, and looking at his age and compare himself to the goalkeepers that I've mentioned, they have gotten to the peak of their football career, and he thinks there is a right time for him to pull out performances that will lure the technical team of Germany so that he will be the first black goalkeeper to be in the post for Germany. So aside that, he's not looking at any other national team, be it the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He started by saying, becoming the first black goalkeeper in Germany's senior team would be something special. It's never happened before, but it doesn't really matter to me what color someone's skin is. In the end, performance should always be the deciding factor. He proceeded by saying, I would say that now is a good time for me because Manuel Neuer is no longer here and Marc-Andre ter Stegen probably won't be playing for the national team for a very long time either. Back then, Neuer was the best in the world, but now we no longer have just one best goalkeeper, but several who are in the running. And I think this could be an advantage for me. These are the exact words of a Nigerian decent who has now pledged his full international future to Germany. Noah Atubolu, I don't know what you also say about it, but just leave your take, your decent comment in the comment box. Do you think, as to his exact decision, the very best for him as it stands now? But from my take, looking at the Super Eagles of Nigeria's team, this is the time you have to focus on what we have. After Francis Uzoho and with Stanley Nwabali, Maduka Okoye, and Amas Obasoji coming in, I think this is the best time for the Super Eagles of Nigeria to be happy with their goalkeeping department, because these are all goalkeepers with a phenomenal goalkeeping agility. They also have the outstanding techniques in terms of saving. They have the jaw-dropping skills. What again do a goalkeeper need that they don't have? And that is it. That's, we have to just appreciate whatever we have. Going forward, I think other experiences will come in, and with that, we'll be okay with their performances for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Even let's take a look at what Maduka Okoye did against Russia national team. He's an error-prone goalkeeper, but his performance so far against Russia national team has made me believe that he is now in to revitalize his football career in terms of the petty errors that he makes when he's in the colors of the Super Eagles. And that is it from the goalkeeping department for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. After a German-born of a Nigerian descent, Noah Atubolu has ruled out playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And that is it. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asiedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Let's meet in the next one. Subsequently, I'll give you shout out. It's bye for now.